So when viewers are watching you on television, they see, a few maps, you're pointing to some areas of, temperatures and whatever's going on weather-wise. But explain what's involved with putting together that forecast for that few minutes and like how much prep time you need.
Yeah, so it depends on the weather, right? If it's quiet, high pressure, blue sky, no, big bubble, no trouble, you can probably prepare a forecast in 20, 30 minutes pretty quickly. And it's less prep time for the forecast part. Then we've got our graphics, some are automatically updating like the radar, the satellite, temperature data, but we'll make some forecast graphics, like a moving fronts, we call it. So it shows where the fronts are and the areas of high pressure and low pressure. And we kind of situate the graphics and kind of tailor make it to what we want to talk about, right? For our presentation. Now, when there's severe weather, more active weather, like in the wintertime, like there's been the last several weeks, basically, it's been very busy in the weather office for all of us meteorologists in upstate New York. Yeah, it can take, I mean, I'll spend sometimes 45 minutes to an hour easy doing
Wow.
it. Yeah, looking at forecast stuff. Sometimes I go a little bit too deep and I'm just like, okay, just don't keep looking. Because you get too deep into the weeds, then you forgot what you looked at in the beginning. So yeah, I try to limit that to like, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes maybe. But and then I'll do more and then as my shift goes on, I'll kind of look at new information coming in and go through other things. Um, but yeah, I feel like all of us meteorologists at NewsChannel 9 and every station does this, has their routine, right? You get into a routine, things you get used to and looking at that serves you the best, and you
Mhm.
feel comfortable delivering a forecast and putting it together. And that's kind of and there's no wrong or right way, right? As long as you're, more accurate than not, I'd say. Um, it's hard as I'm kind of a perfectionist. And I learned at a young age coming out of Oswego State um, that it's science. It's
Yeah.
science. There's nothing exact. You're not going to be perfect. And I used to get so mad when my forecast would be off. I'm like, I don't understand it. Why did that happen? So that's what drives me to this day. If the forecast, and I mean, everybody, it's never going to be perfect. Then you just try to learn from your experiences and mistakes, right? And you're like, okay, why did that happen? And try to be better for it next time.